getting cold doesn't mean your garden has to be all blah. Please welcome Frank Flowers.
Hey.
I didn't know if I was going to call you Frankie Flowers or not.
You can call me anything you want.
Frank Flowers, Ferragini. We want to
Whatever
talk
you
about
want.
adding some interest to the garden, even at this time of year, because it tends to be a little blah.
Yeah, can you believe that Calgary, southern Calgary, already got 15 centimeters of snow?
I can't believe
Even
it.
areas of Ontario have already seen snow.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Winter is a part of Canadian life, right?
Yeah, get used to it, people.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
talking to myself when I say
yeah,
that.
you got to kind of get used. I put my kids in hockey and skiing just to get through the winter, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But with your garden, if you take a look at your garden during the winter months, and it's kind of blasé and lacks character, there's some definite ways that we can bring it up.
Yeah,
bring it up a level, step it up.
bit.
You know, the incorporation of an evergreen is always good because it adds some green. But you
Yeah.
know, really what I wanted to bring today was a selection of plants that would also incorporate some color and some berries as well. You can take a look at the image
Berries are
behind us
good.
that gives us, you know, snow itself is beautiful. I
Yeah.
know you people out there right now don't think it's beautiful,
No,
but you
there's
take a look
something
at
pretty
snow and you
about
take a look
that.
at how the snow is sitting on the ornamental grasses there and the heads of the sedum that are there that have finished their bloom period, how they're sitting there in clusters. You know, to me, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, there is something beautiful when you wake up in the morning and snow has covered everything. I
Yeah.
just don't want to go outside in it.
Right, right.
I want to look at it from the window, the
Yeah.
blanket around
And I
it.
also say that your lawn's going to look the best when it's covered with snow.
It does look really good that way.
Covers all the weeds up. You're like, I'm done. Awesome. But you know, there are some plants that are really great plants, and let's talk about some of those now. When we talk about a little bit of a punch of color, and you can see here that we have cotoneaster, cotton Easter, many will refer to it as. This here has a nice little red berry, and that little red berry during the middle of winter will stay on there. And with that, that gives you a little bit of a punch of color. In some of those shoulder seasons where we don't have white or we don't even have anything out there,
Yeah.
you get that punch of color that's beautiful.
So the leaves all come off, but the berries stay on?
It's a broadleaf evergreen, actually. So broadleaf evergreen, meaning that the majority of those
okay.
leaves will stay on.
They're going to stay on.
This is actually a hardy variety of ilex, and ilex is from the holly family. And ilex, you look at the bright orange punchy berry that's there.
beautiful.
This is native to northern Ontario and many parts of the country as well. So a native plant, drought resistant, drought tolerant, adds some beauty and color, and also in the second segment we're going to talk a little bit about attracting birds. When you have berries in the garden, you are indeed attracting birds. So they're fantastic. So think about ilex. Ilex is a great one, and even holly itself. Remember, for holly, if you want holly to have berries, you need a male and female plant.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah.
They have to breed?
They have to have a good time.
They gotta have a good time.
And
Maybe some dinner.
And everybody
couple of
always laughs
drinks.
at this, but there's a variety of holly which is called maryberry.
Yeah.
And that's a self-pollinating plant. It doesn't need a partner.
Really?
That's why it's maryberry. It's always happy.
That plant is very happy.
Take a look at the image behind
Okay, so
you.
once again, back to the snow. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's not forget about hardscapes. This is a mature landscape that just had a real simple arbor you can see with some trellis and some wood. But with an elevation of a hardscape that you have the vines that are covered over it, that there is also providing winter interest and giving some height and also some wind protection. Great way to give wind protection. Many of our friends that garden in Calgary will tell you the winds are what whip around and really impact their garden spaces. So remember about wind protection. And that to me that's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's-
that is beautiful.
That's stellar.
That's very
the
nice.
The bush that's standing right behind
As is
you.
this. Look at the the vibrancy of this color. Is this going to stay like this throughout the season?
So the benefit of a burning bush, green during the growing season, in the fall turns that vibrant red.
Beautiful.
Also a broadleaf evergreen, meaning that it's going to retain and hold those leaves for quite some time into the early portions of winter. After it starts to drop its leaves, what you start to notice, and I'll pull the berry off so it's going to be easier for the camera guys here to take a shot, is they also have a beautiful orange berry that's here.
Okay.
And that orange berry will give a little bit of a punch and a little hint of color during the dead of winter. However, what I really want people to know is when it comes to berries and kids, kids immediately see a berry.
They want to eat the berry.
They want to eat the berry.
You can't eat the berry.
No, and many plants out there, you don't want them to eat the berry. For instance, holly is one that's poisonous, as well as yews are also another poisonous berry. So tell your kids, you know, don't eat the berries that you don't know. You know, strawberries, raspberries, we want to encourage them to eat at that time, but don't eat the berries that you don't know.
What about, so pets as well, right? What if
Well,
you're
pets generally are pretty smart. Pets,
Yeah.
if they can almost identify
smarter than
toxicity.
our kids is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about squirrels later on. And squirrels, they know what to eat and what not to eat. There's another berry that's right up front, which is a blackberry, and there's also a white berry, which is called snowberry. This is one that's on your service berry. Nice red fall color, beautiful berry. So it's great ways that we can incorporate it. I also want to show you the last image. From berries, you go right into stems. And some of the stems of dogwood are fantastic. In the dead of winter, you got all that basically white out there.
That's beautiful.
Those little red twig dogwoods that are out there, really interesting, that give you some color. Mass plantings of those, simple. So sometimes plant selections, some of the structures out there, think about berries, think about stems, and you know what? Spring is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You should actually do the day count. You know, how many days till spring, and we'll keep up with that all
I
winter
do.
long.
I actually have an app on my phone.
Okay, well, you look it up while we go to
my
commercial break. We've got more
I do.
coming up. Stay with us.
I have a counter.